If I give you a blueprint of a triangle ABC having side lengths A, B, and C units and ask you to draw it, it is quite an easy job, right? But what if I take away the base and give you only two side lengths and a floating line in the middle called a median? How would you build it back? Today, we are going to re-engineer a triangle using standard geometric techniques. So we need to construct a triangle given the lengths of two sides and the length of the median to the third side of it. Now what is given to us is a triangle ABC having AB equal to C units, AC equal to B units, and the length of the median AM equal to D units. Before we move to construction, let us look at step-by-step analysis of how the construction will proceed with the help of this rough diagram. So let us say this is the triangle ABC that we need to construct, where AB is C units, AC is B units, and the length of the median AM is D units. Now, if we just extend this AM to AN such that AM is equal to MN, and then we join NC. Now, why we're doing this is because then we are going to have these two triangles and we can use congruency of triangles to find out this length. We are actually aiming to have three lengths of a triangle so that we can start a construction using that. Now, in triangle ABM and triangle MNC, first of all, BM is equal to MC because AM is the median that's given. So, these two sides are equal. Then this angle BMA is equal to this angle NMC. They are vertically opposite angles. And lastly, AM is equal to MN by construction. So these two triangles are congruent by side angle side SES congruency. So therefore, AB will be equal to NC by corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So if this is C units, NC is also C units. Also, AN, that's equal to twice of AN, that is 2D units. So for triangle ANC, we have the measures of all three sides. AC is B units, NC is C units, and AN is 2D units. And C, B, and D is given to us. So we're going to use that and start our construction. Let us take this diagram and use it as a reference. We'll keep it over here. Now, the first step is to construct AN equal to 2D units. Right. Now, from A, we can make one arc equal to length B. And from N, we can make another arc equal to length C. So we'll take A as center. We'll keep a compass over here. Take A as center and radius equal to B units. That is length of AC. We will draw one arc. Then taking N as center and radius equal to C units, we'll draw another arc. Now this intersection point, as we can see from our rough diagram, is C. Now we'll find the midpoint M of AL, which is going to be D units, right? So how can we find the midpoint? We will use perpendicular bisector. So we'll keep the compass at A and open it to more than half the length of AN and make one arc. Similarly, we'll keep the compass at N and keeping the same radius, make another arc intersecting the previous arc. Now we make two arcs similarly below AN and then we'll join these. This is the perpendicular bisector of AN, which gives us this midpoint M. Now let us join CN. So far, we have this line as well. Now we need vertex B. So as we can see in this rough diagram, we need to just extend this CM to CB, right? Such that CM is equal to MB. And thus we have the vertex B. Now let's join AB and AC, and triangle ABC is the required triangle. Now this is not the only standard way of construction. We can have multiple ways. Let us look at one alternative way to construct the triangle. So after we get the vertex C, what we can do is, if we just join BN over here, then we'll see that this quadrilateral A, B, and C has diagonals bisecting each other. AM is equal to MN and BM is equal to MC, right? So this A, B, and C is a parallelogram. Therefore, AC is equal to BN. So if this is B units, this is B units as well. Now we can use this to construct the triangle. So we need vertex B now. So if you see over here, from A vertex, we can draw an arc of C units. And from N vertex, we can draw an arc of B units. So we'll take A as center and radius equal to C units, we'll draw one arc. Then taking N as center and radius equal to B units, we'll draw another arc such that the intersection point of these arcs lie on the side opposite of C. And we call this point as B. Now let's join AB, BC and AC. And thus ABC is the required triangle. In the next part, we are going to see how to construct a triangle when length of one side is given, the measure of one of the angles adjacent to it, and the length of the median drawn to one of the other two sides is given. So what is given to us is a triangle ABC where AB is C units, angle BAC is X degrees. This angle is given to us, and the length of median AM is D units. This is given to us. We do not know AC, we do not know the length of BC, and we do not know any other angle. So once again, what we can do is extend AM to AN such that AM is equal to MN, join NC, and now we'll have these two congruent triangles, right? Now, if these two triangles are congruent, AB is equal to NC. This is going to be C units as well. And angle BAM will be equal to angle CNM by corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So this angle is equal to this angle. Now, if you notice, these are alternate integral angles. Now, if these angles are equal, here AN is a transversal. That means by converse of alternate angle theorem, AB is parallel to NC. Also, we have seen in the previous construction that this ABNC is actually a parallelogram. So AB is parallel to NC. Now, since these two lines are parallel, the co-interior angles will be supplementary. So angle BAC, that is this angle X, and angle ACN, some of these angles will be 180 degrees. So we can say that angle ACN is 180 minus X degrees. Now, in triangle ANC, we have three things given to us. And this NC is C units, okay, and AN is twice of D units, and this angle is 180 minus X. So we can use these things. These are the things given to us, right? So we can use these and construct triangle ANC. Let us do that. First of all, we'll draw a line NC, which is equal to C units. Then from C, we'll construct an angle of 180 minus X. Okay. Now, taking point N as the center and a radius of 2D units, we'll draw an arc which intersects this ray drawn at A. So, triangle ANC is constructed. Now, we will find the midpoint M of A. This is the midpoint M that we need. So, we are once again going to draw perpendicular bisector of AN. That's the midpoint M. Let's join CM. We have this line. And now once again, we're going to follow the same steps. We'll just extend it to CB such that CM is equal to MB. And we'll join AB. So ABC is the required triangle. For this case as well, we are going to see one alternative way of constructing this triangle. So what we can do is, we can now start by constructing AB, which is equal to C units. So we are constructing this side first. Then at point A, we'll construct the angle XAB. The angle is already given to us. Then we are going to mark midpoint N of AB. Now this is something new. We'll mark the midpoint N of AB, and at point N, we'll draw a line parallel to AX. You'll see why we are doing this. We are actually going to use one interesting theorem of triangles to construct this. Now, taking A as center and a radius equal to AM, which is the length of the median, we'll draw an arc intersecting NY at point M. Let this BM now intersect AX at C. So here this is the triangle required. Now, how can we be sure that AM is actually the median? So let's see here. N is the midpoint of AB. And since in this triangle ABC, NM is parallel to AC, constructed it parallel, right? So according to midpoint theorem, M will be the midpoint of BC. And if M is the midpoint, that means AM is the median of the triangle ABC.